Hey there, hopefuls, and welcome back to another episode of the Hopeful Simplicity Podcast. I am Melissa. I'm your host, and I'm here to remind you that progress, not perfection, because that's not even a thing, progress is what really matters when it comes to organizing. And today we're tackling a huge question. How do I stay motivated? Maybe you've started decluttering before. Maybe you've even tried getting organized and it felt great for like a week. And then life got busy. Life happens. And suddenly that clutter starts to creep back in and you feel like you were right back at square one where you started. Well, you're not failing. I repeat, you are not failing. You're a human. In this episode, I'm going to share some simple ways to stay motivated, bounce back if and when you fall off track, and keep your organizing energy alive, hopefully without burning out. So why does motivation even fade? Because life happens and it's exhausting and priorities shift and seasons exist. Life gets busy and that clutter is like, hello, opportunity. Let me just sneak right back in. Maybe you get into that habit and routine of you are really rocking it. You worked hard on that 30-day declutter challenge we have for the core 4 room. Stuff's feeling lighter. Your energies are up. You worked some on the organizing, and then life happens. Schedules shift. Seasons adjust. Holidays creep in, and you have no time. That is where motivation can fade. Or at least it can feel like it, because now, instead of having the 15, 20, 30 minutes a day to work on organizing, you're taking the kids to the activity. You're running back and forth to events. You've got games. You've got plays. You've got family visiting. You've got stuff and things happening. I don't even remember the last time I came up for air, Melissa, let alone tried to organize or keep the clutter away, because life gets busy, and that's okay. Especially because by now, you probably know your organizing style and you can understand your spaces better going, okay, I'm not messy. I've just lost time and motivation has faded a little to make that a priority. But I know that's irritating me. That pile of papers is irritating me on the counter because I can visually see it and I don't like to visually see stuff. That's why that doesn't work, right? So you haven't lost motivation. It just got buried in the crap, man. Just happens when life gets busy and life lights. So that life shift, busy schedules, priority momentum could be part of the motivation fade. Another big part is we fill our own momentum by striving for perfection. My control issues, perfect ways, exact system for success needs can sometimes strangle out my ability to move forward. It will just crash and clutter chaos because I need the perfect system that needs the perfect containers that has to have the perfect this, instead of just getting it done and then fixing it later if I want to. So sometimes we kill our own motivation and our own momentum by getting in our own ways and striving for perfection instead of embracing progress. And big projects. Oh, gracious me. Big projects can drain any and all mental, physical existence energy that we have. Sometimes your mid-big project, the biggest part of the big project is done. Great. The room got painted. The new furniture got assembled. Shoo. We're done, right? Oh, we still got to put the things where they go. Well, they're in the box. It's in the room. That's good enough, right? Sometimes that energy is just, it hits in a different way because we've drained it with the big stuff. And now the little stuff that is our day-to-day life, that is the real part of existing, that is the stuff we handle, fiddle with, and use on the daily, doesn't feel as big and heavy as the stuff we just tackled. So that can be a drain of our motivation to even consider organizing a space. And then honestly, slumps. I'm freaking tired. I don't want to. I just did that room. Do I have to do another? Why do I have to rinse and repeat making my bed every day? I just cleaned my nightstand last week. Why is the dust back? I don't want to do it again. Do I really have to fold and put the blankets and pillows away, air quote, properly in my rest and relaxation station where I like to read in my bedroom before I move to bed and go to sleep? Do I really have to do that consistently? That just feels unnecessary because we get in the slump of it's good enough. Be it a big project, be it a much needed reset of our mental, how we enjoy and love our spaces, be it whatever that is. It doesn't mean you're a failure. It just means shit happens, friend. It does. Life happens. Maybe you've seen that Forrest Gump movie and you're wiping your face and it's a bright yellow t-shirt and it just happens. And now you're a smiley face just running in the muck of it. It is what it is, and that's okay. The not okay part is where you sit in it and you stay in it and you reframe your mindset to think you're lazy and messy and a failure. No. It's just the clutter creeped back in, visually, mentally, etc. Life happens. Things get busy. Things get crazy. And we just need to be like, you know what? No, it's not me. I'm just in it right now. I'm just sitting in it. But tomorrow, I'm going to stand back up, right? That knocked me down. That was a hard season to go through. And we are humans. Hard seasons exist. From busy moms to loss. It is insane the human capacities, emotions, and levels that we actually live through and may not even recognize. But it's recognizing that it's not you. It's just clutter creeped back in. So let's kick it back out. Let's take that power back. Let's use motivation and momentum to crush it again. So maybe you just need to get that ball rolling. You just need to get the rock to the edge of the hill before it takes off again. Quick wins. Man, oh man, quick wins. We just did the nightstand episode. It was a small but mighty space. Quick win it. Declutter the top, declutter the drawers, refresh it, reset it. Bam. Look at me, I did it. Great, now move on to your dresser drawer. Move on to your leisure reading section. Move on to your closet. Keep that going. Once you have the hit of the quick win, the 15-minute find, hell, make a checklist or a reminder on your phone saying, did I stay hopeful today? Check. I have checklists on my phone for all sorts of stuff. Did I exercise? Because I feel like I got that hit if I hit check mark. I'm like, yes, I did. I want that momentum and motivation to stay through tomorrow so I can get another check mark. If you need to give yourself a gold star chart, do it. Whatever win you need to do and put in place to build that organizing energy back up, do it. You can get star stickers at the dollar store. Just saying. It might be $1.25 now. But still, you're worth it. So reset it. I've got all sorts of freebies. The Core 4 Declutter Challenge is always a freebie, so you can get those quick hits. You can lighten the spaces. Maybe that clutter creeped back in from back to school season and then holiday rushes and fun and then more holiday stuff. And then the new year comes and we're going to, and then, what do? I'm going to grab that Core 4, hit my resets, my 15-minute declutter challenge days. I'm not even going to think about where to start. I'm just going to work day by day, lighten up those Core 4 rooms, and then build on that momentum and continue with that self-motivation because you are visually seeing the difference from clearing off the nightstand to moving to the dresser to decluttering all the spaces in your bedroom. That energy is going to build. And then bonus, you just did it in 15 minutes a day. So you didn't even lose all the time our heads tell us it takes to declutter and organize. You are winning quick wins, hard and fast, 15 minutes, and you're building on that. And by the end of the week, you're like, yeah, look at all my gold stars, mentally or physically, whichever you need. Look at all my check marks in my to-do apps. And you're going to celebrate that. If you're better than me, you took before pictures. I'm not saying I'm bad. I'm just saying, like, when that motivation hits me, my show tunes go on or my podcast earbuds go in or my audiobook starts, I'm normally in my pajamas or loungewear. My hair is up. I'm a disaster. That motivation, energy combined, the universe and stars aligned, and Melissa has energy and motivation, and I'm building on momentum. I don't remember to do a before picture. I'm like, let's freaking go. I'm not losing this steam. I'm not recoiling the engine. I'm just going to keep on going. So you might be better than me. You may be like, let me snap a before picture and then go. I'm normally like, oh, I should have probably, oh, well, that happened, but I still love my space. It still looks dope. I decluttered to look at all those bags that went to the drop-off donation center this week. Look at how overflowing my trash can is. Like the angels are singing and you've built on that momentum. You've got the motivation slowly trickling back in. That motivation is like so long clutter. You can creep your booty right back out of my house because I'm in charge. And then maybe you need a reward system. Maybe you do go get yourself the gold stars. And then at the end of the month, if you turned in 25 of your 30 gold stars, you get a fancy drink at the coffee shop. You go shop the clearance rack at the bookstore and get you something. Get you one little something. Don't get excited and bring the clutter back home with you. Calm down there, Melissa. Shopper for bucks. So if you need to reward yourself because you've consistently been motivated and consistently built on those motivational win moments, and you have started and proactively continue to work on kicking that clutter back out, resetting your spaces, honing in on your organizing style because you notice that things got a little wonky, but you know why they're wonky, so let me make them less. Whatever that is, if you need to reward yourself, celebrate by sitting back looking at your before and afters with that reward coffee you got, do it. Because you're getting those positive hits to your energy that makes you want to keep doing it. It's like that concept of if you love your space, you want to keep loving your space. If I've worked super hard to do this, you ain't coming back in here. No. Oh, you're a negative person. I'm not opening my door to you. Clutter's the same way. You've now got it to the point of you love your spaces. You're not going backwards. If you've ever thought, I'll never keep this up, you're not alone, friend. I want you to pause here and know momentum comes from small resets. So if you want help building those rhythms and resets, check out the Core 4 Declutter Challenge in the show notes. Maybe there's been setbacks, but you don't have to fully restart. Let's say you just did your nightstand, but you did your nightstand with the last episode. But then it got really busy into kids' activity season. So you've got a couple kids and you're running 3-4 nights a week for practice, sandwiches in the car for dinner every night, and then the weekends are full of games. Hello, fall and holiday season. Now your weekends are not only full of games, but activities and festivals and gatherings and cookouts and pumpkin patches and apple orchards and grandma's house for cookies and Thanksgiving here. And we've got to go there. And don't forget to shop. And you've got all the games and activities still going. And holy crickets. Some of those clutter things may have creeped back in a little bit to your nightstand, right? Maybe that reward book did end up there. But again, with the big but, you don't have to fully redo it. Yeah, sure, maybe you grab the 30-day reset, but it's not like you have to do a full hardcore reset to your nightstand. You've already done the huge declutter simplify thing. You've already set it up, so you know what systems are going to succeed for your organizing and sorting success. You know what habits you got to put in place to keep it that way. You just have to pick up where it is. Maybe you have to do a refresh. Maybe you have to do a 15-minute reset, but you don't have to do a full declutter like you're back to square one. You didn't get set back that far. You just gotta dust yourself off, dust that back off, and refresh it. And then once you've refreshed it, then you can just resume with what you know works for you. You're tidying and you're resuming your processes and you're picking back up your organized lifestyle. You're not rolling the dice to get double ones and having to go back to jail and resetting and all these things, right? You aren't going back to square one because by now you already did the hard declutter. You already did the hard organizing. Now you just need to kind of catch back up to where you were and then maintain it moving forward. We aren't just like, oh, well, everything I did before is erased. I guess all that work I put in a few months ago is just kind of meh. No, you've done the hard lift. Sure, maybe you need a full 15 minutes to re-declutter again and a full 15 minutes to organize, but guess what? You already know how to set it up. You already know what you want on your nightstand, right? You already know the building blocks. You just got to click them back together. That's the power of being a hopeful and embracing your organized journey is you're like, my progress isn't gone. It's just a little messy. So let me just refresh it, catch it back up, rebuild it-ish, dust it off, and call it done. Now, maybe you need somebody to go, okay, but you're sitting in the suck of it for 6 months, Melissa. Now you aren't behind. You aren't failing. You just had a human moment, and that's okay. Let's get back at it. Maybe you need that accountability buddy. Maybe you need somebody going, okay, but yesterday you said you're getting out of the suck of it, so what are you still doing sitting in it? I mean, I can't tell you how many times I even get it in the accountability monthly group. Like, I dish it, but I also have to take it, right? Of going, okay, but that was on the list for last month. Why is it still on the list for this month? Sometimes that accountability, it's really what we need to stay motivated. Maybe you're like me and a procrastinator, and I need to be, oh, that's due tomorrow. I guess I better sit down and write my paper. It's the same thing, right? Like if you know you're showing up Wednesday, the third week of every month, and I'm going to be going there with my notebook going, ma'am, Tuesday night, you're going to be like, oh, man, I better get that done. I want to brag what I've done. And then for the next month, I can just build on what I did. So maybe you do need that accountability. Maybe you need a friend. You grab your bestie and be like, we are going to sign up for the library. Both of us can sacrifice a fancy coffee once a month, and we're doing this. And we are doing this together. So you call on Tuesday, she calls on Thursdays, being like, guess what I did today? Guess what I did today? You high-five each other, and you move on to the next day. So maybe you need an accountability buddy. Maybe you need a friend to do it with. Maybe you just need to set up a quick call with me and be like, okay, tell me which is best. I'll probably help you try to figure out what part of the journey you need to look at to support yourself and get it done. So reframing those feeling setbacks, feeling stuck, feeling like, oh, well, no, because you've got the blocks. So maybe you just need somebody to grab the right side while you grab the left side and we pick the block up and put it together. Be honest with yourself, though. Like, don't be like, well, I did it by myself before. I guess I'll do it again. No, sometimes I need to phone a friend just to pick me up off the floor. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Get in the accountability group, find a friend, send a message, join the Facebook private group. Gosh, we are so fun in there. And we just lift each other up. That's what being hopeful is about. Is sometimes you're sitting in the suck of it, but you always stand back up. Or at least that's what I think hopeful is about, especially when it comes to organizing and decluttering. So long-term energy, staying motivated. Just know you won't. Just know you're allowed to be human, but just know you can't sit in it, right? Sitting in the suck of it is not the lifestyle. Organized and hopeful is the lifestyle. Set a sustainable schedule. Set a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I do this. If I manage to do it Thursday too, I get a cookie. I get an extra gold star. I get a gold and purple star. And then next week, I'm going to do it Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And if I manage to do Tuesday too, hot freaking diggity dog. I want to pause here for a second and have you ask yourself, where did I last see progress? Okay, you got it? Let's celebrate. Woo! We're going to take that progress win And we're going to step forward to the next one and build our momentum from there. Remember that third part of the 3S method is sustaining an organized life. We do that with habits, routines, and maintenance steps. And we do those on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly basis. So maybe this week you start this on a daily habit. Then next week you start this on a daily habit and this on a weekly habit. And then the next week you have 2 daily habits and 1 weekly habit. Build it slowly if you have to. If you feel like you've been knocked down and totally have set back and you're still in the like, I'm building on my wins, but how do I do it? You keep building 1 block at a time. You keep building, right? Yeah, I know you have those core anchors, those regular routines, those laundry has to be done on Monday because I'm going to be out of fresh underwear by Tuesday. So it has to be done. It is an anchor process. The trash cans have to go to the curb Sunday night because they come on Monday. I don't like an overflowing trash can, especially if it gets windy and knocks over in my yard's a disaster. Those things exist. And are you giving yourself credit for still doing those, even when you're sitting in the suck of it? Even when life is busy and you feel like you've lost momentum and the clutter is creeping back in, you're still getting the chunks done. That sounded disgusting. You're still getting the anchors done. You may not even know it because everything else just feels like clutter and chaos. So check back in with your cores, right? Check back in with your core 4 rooms: kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, living room. Could they use a reset and a quick declutter? Could you just do a month decluttering, building on the wins? I don't have to think about it. I know the space is lighter. Also recognize, be real with yourself and be honest on just how hopeful you are because you've done the main anchor tasks: laundry, dishes, feeding people, getting people where they need to go. Maybe you make your bed regularly, or you have consistently stayed with a decent-ish bedtime. So recognize where you've been, how you stood back up, but what you actually did when you thought you were down. Those could be motivation peaks that you don't even know you've got hiding in there because you're so busy seeing the crap creep back in on you. And then just build on it. Keep building on it. Maybe you use a checklist or the apps that we talked about. There's a ton of apps out there. I just like to use on my phone that like reminders thing. And I set them up. Did I exercise? Did I do 15 minutes of decluttering? Have I organized this? I don't have to do it every day. Like, right, I don't need a reminder to make my bed, but I do need a reminder to put on a baking show and exercise. I don't need a reminder to do my dishes every day, but I do sometimes need a reminder to take the trash bins out every weekend. So set them up with whatever motivation helps you stay organized and keep that clutter at bay. Use the tools. Use what you need to do, be it before and after photos, checklist, dinging reminders with notifications on your phone. That friend to call you and be like, did you do it? Why didn't you do it? Well, this is bull crap. I'm calling you tomorrow and it better be done, or I'm coming over. Maybe you just need that. Or maybe you need the accountability group. We are sassy and snarky, but guess what? We get it done. We hold each other accountable. And it's really freaking great because that group is built with a variety of people in various stages and ages of life. So what one person brings to the table, another person may need. What I do my best, but I don't have all the experience in the world, but someone else might have the experience that you need to relate with. That's why I think like an accountability group, or even just join the free Facebook community and stay motivated. Just stay a little more motivated and maybe get some people to help you roll that momentum ball, lift those pieces to put your organized life back together and rolling forward again. Because we are working toward an organized life, whether you're going through the seasons of chaos right now or not, we are building and living an organized life. So that big picture, even if it's got dips and divots and a bit of chaos somewhere in the middle, you're still working toward that lifestyle. And don't be afraid to just join the group, even if it's the free groups, or have a conversation or ask for accountability or set yourself up for success. Whatever it takes, the motivation and momentum are in you. Sometimes you just need somebody to help you push the rock to the edge of the cliff. And I'm happy to help with that. Tune into all the episodes of the podcast. Join the Facebook group. Connect with the library. Use whatever tool you need. Message me and be like, I need an ideal, and we will hop on a quick call. Let's get it going. Even if you just need to be like, motivation, what? What does that mean again? Hop on a call with me and we'll find it and get you rolling again. Motivation doesn't mean nonstop energy. It means showing up for the small wins and trusting that over time, they add up. By using quick resets, bouncing back from what feels like setbacks, and recognizing those anchor routines that you already probably have in place, you can stay consistent even when life happens. Next week, we're heading back to the bedroom and tackling under the bed. Literally, I'm not going to crawl under there, but we're going to work through that small space. We'll talk about what should and should not live in that hidden space other than the monsters, and how to stop it from becoming a black hole. Don't forget to grab the Core 4 Declutter Challenge. It's in the show notes for daily decluttering momentum to make your Core 4 rooms feel lighter. And if you're ready for more guided resets and support and audio and resources and so much more, come join me inside the Hopeful Simplicity Library. Thank you again for being here, my friend. And remember, until next time, stay hopeful.